Good morning. I am Linda with Sweet Aria Decor, and I go live every Monday at noon. I like to share how to make things because I believe that crafting is the ultimate therapy, and I just love to make some pretty stuff. So today, you know, kids are great, but I've heard grandchildren are the best. I don't have any yet. Sarah, get working on that. Wink, wink. But today we're going to be using this Grandchildren Welcome Everyone Else by Appointment sign. I believe I got this from Polka Dot Wreath Co. So I love that sign. It is so pretty. To go with that, we are going to layer on some pink, okay? Some pretty pink. But in addition to that, ooh, I love that. That to me looks so pretty. So we're going to do that. And we're going to add in some gorgeous florals. I've got this floral bush. I've got this one as well. Now, I decided not to go just all pink on here because there are some different shades. There's some purple in there. So I'm actually going to use this bush that was from another project that I did for my friend Leslie. And I also have, these were from Hobby Lobby. So these are just the greenery. These are the pushers, so we can push these up if we want to make things smaller. And then from the at-home store, my favorite, I love these so much. They come in white, yellow, blue, purple, and then of course the pink. I love these. And then to start as our base, we will use, I feel like I should be fanning someone like, whew, it's so warm. Oh, I did a craft show yesterday and the day before, and I was in the sun and I was baking. I thought I was going to spontaneously combust. So I told the people next to me, if I start on fire, I'm okay. Just save my wreaths. It was ridiculously hot, but it was a good show. All right, so to start with today, I want to work on the placement of my sign. So we are going to go probably right. I like to kind of go like right down here. So I'm going to pinch here and here. Okay, so I'm looking at like the 8 o'clock and the 2, well, more like the 7 o'clock and the 2 o'clock positions. Okay, so I have a hole punch. So I'm going to go around the outside. 1. I'm going to do 2 punches because I'm going to run a pipe cleaner through there, and then I'm going to go down this way and like 2 punches down here. All right, and there we go. I just made these teeny tiny little holes. If you don't have something like this, what you can do is get the cable tie mounts. They're like the little square mounts. You can get those at any like home improvement store right by the zip ties. You put it on the back with E6000. Okay, so you peel it off. You put the E6000 right on the adhesive. Okay, so you put it, the 2 wherever you want on your spots, like there and there. And then you go around it with hot glue around the outside edges to kind of hold it in place. I recommend letting it cure for 24 hours. But that's the way that you can do it if you don't have one of these little punchies. But I got this baby on Amazon. It wasn't that expensive. This is the 1.255 millimeter Euro punch. Ooh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take, now I'm not sure this is going to fit. I'm going to have to end up using, I'm going to have to use floral wire. So I'm going to grab my floral wire from over here. I don't want to use silver because that's going to be a little too obvious. So I'm going to use my green. I wish they made black floral wire. Someone needs to like talk to like Michaels or somebody about that. Okay? Because that would be lovely. I'm going to cut 2 pieces. And I'm probably cutting way more than I need because I always overdo it. That's how I roll. Okay? So I'm just going to put one down this side, one down the other side. If I had a larger hole punch, having the black chenille stems would have worked, but I don't, and I didn't want to force it through. Okay, so it's there, and it's very small. You can't really even see it. I'm going to do the same thing here on this side. I put it through the top hole, and this is, I think, just the regular 22 gauge wire. Ouch. I'm gonna watch my fingers. I did something stupid. So I recently started using my glue pot again. And I went to move my glue pot, and instead of pushing down at the base, like where it's plastic, I put my hand and I pushed on the black metal edge that's on the outside, and I'm developing 2 blisters right on the 2 most important fingers I have. Lovely. Okay, so now we got the floral wire. So all I have to do is just going to slide it right through here. It's going to go pretty easily because this is a nice grapevine, and it's not too dense, but it's not too loose. I hate when you get a grapevine that doesn't have enough stuff on there, and then you're like, how on earth is that going to hold? Okay, so I'm going to pull nice and tight. All right. No, come back up. Where are you going? Where are you going? All right, I'm giving it a nice twist behind here. Okay, I'll tuck that in a minute. Now I'm trying to go to my other bottom spot. Here we go. Go right down here. Right through there. Anytime I can wire something on directly and not have to rely on glue, I do prefer to do that, just because to me wire it's more reliable. Not that the glue isn't, but it depends on where you're at, what part of the country, how much heat is going to be applied onto this, depending on where they hang it. But I like the sign because you know what? Grandparents, they need love too. They do so much for us. Hey, can you please watch my kid while I go to this? Or, thinking of them, and they send little cards to the kids, and just grandparents are super special. My kids' grandparents are awesome. She's got 2 fabulous sets of grandparents, my youngest. Here we go. I'm just going to twist this. And we know Grandma Maureen sometimes watches. They're down in Florida. My parents are here in Illinois. Near or far, grandparents are loved no matter where they are. Oh, that could be on a sign of itself. Okay, now I'm just going to take the ends. I'm just going to tuck that wire back into the grapevine just because I don't want anything getting stuck. All right. That is on there nice and secure. All right. I'm going to leave about maybe 2 to 3 inches on here. So they allow them to kind of tuck it back in there just in case. Like, what if I decide I want to move the sign later on? Yeah. So that's in there. Nothing is sticking out. Nothing is going to scratch the door. Okay, so here is the basis right now. We got that going on. I do want to have a bow that we're going to kind of put up there, but before we do that, I want to lay out some of my greenery because I don't want to leak any glue onto that. So I'm going to put down some layers of this. Now this, believe it or not, I bought this on Amazon. A whole bunch of this stuff. And quality was not bad. It was not bad. I recently did get a very bad batch of zip ties that snap in half every time I try to use them. But I was trying to use them at my craft show to set up and hold my grid walls together. And every time I put my grid walls together and I zipped them together, it would snap. And that was not so great. Okay. So this is a very, very tall one. There's a big gap there. So that would look to me a little weird. So I'm going to snip that off here. And we're just going to put these in, kind of build this out as we go. Now this one I kind of like for the bottom. So I might actually go ahead and kind of put that in here on the bottom now. I'm just going to dip it in my glue pot, do a little swirl, swirl, swirl. Take off the excess by wiping it on the edge of the pot. All right, now I've got that down there. And I don't necessarily need that much stem sticking out. That's a lot of stem, baby. So that kind of... It's funny when I hear people talk about women in STEM, I don't think like, science and math and all that stuff. I think florals. I'm like, I don't think that's what they need. Okay. I'll take this one off as well. I have about that much. I'd say that's about 2.5 inches or so, give or take. Give it a nice little swirly whirly in the glue. Don't get it on your fingers. Oh, the words I said this morning. I was mad. I was mad. Ooh, Lord. Okay, I want to make sure that we're not going to obscure that, so I'm going to kind of pull that down a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. I'll probably end up needing to cut another piece, but for right now, I'm going to start working on this one. I think this one is going to kind of go up very well toward the top. Now, this is not going to be just like there and there. This is going to kind of come over an arch over the top. Okay. So that's a good start to it. I'm going to grab my second one here. Start trimming this off. All right. So I got 4 more pieces, which I may or may not use at all. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. We'll see where the vision takes me. Let the wreath tell you where it wants to be. Sorry. It's a little too hokey pokey for me on that one. That was kind of funny. Let the wreath tell you. Okay, there we go. You're going to get a lot of these snot glue strings. That's okay. Having snot is normal. It's snot out of the ordinary. Oh, sorry. That was very bad. That was very, very bad. All right. It's a little bit bigger. Come on. Grab the leaf there, Linda. I want to try to build this out. Nice. Full coming around, but I don't want to neglect these spots either, so I may need to cut myself a more. We'll see. I do have a couple of these here. These are just individual little guys that I can kind of pluck in and see kind of where I feel they might be needed. I can tell. I think I want to go in this way on this one because it needs a bit more coverage right there. There we go. Now we're filling that in real nice. I've got these little individual ones I'm going to try to put on the outside here. Okay, we'll go upside down this one. This is looking kind of good. I'm trying to figure out where I need to put this last piece. I think probably just kind of straight up and down. Maybe sort of around there. Don't glue your fingers. There's not a lot of grapevine in this particular spot that I'm going to, so I'm kind of having to go at a bit of an angle. There we go. All right, okay, so now we've got our greenery base down, okay? I like that. I like that. Now I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to go make my bow. I'm going to push that back. I want to make sure you guys are able to see everything. And then I'm going to go check my comments too. Linda is watching. Beverly, my craft show did go good. Hi, Miss Kay. How you doing? Happy belated birthday. The craft show was good. It was at Carl Sandburg High School, which is it's a very, very large show. There was 2 gyms, common areas, all filled up. It was huge. I'm glad it's over. I was really stressed about it for some reason. I'd never done this one before and was always told, oh, it's a really big show. And they're right. It's really good. God darn, that thing is hot. No wonder I don't use it that often. Son of a crafter. Okay, so I'm going to start with this as the bottom. Okay. And this bow, I'm going to have some tails come out. Not super, super long, but I do want some tails on this. I'm not going to curl anything. I'm going to go straight dovetail on the curls. I think we're going to go probably maybe something like that on the bow. Okay, so I'm going to pinch and twist. So this is about, okay. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Can someone text me and let me know, chat on the bottom, because last time this happened, my audio cut off. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I think I just heard myself on the playback, so I think I'm doing okay. Okay. So we have a 12-inch tail that we started with. I'm going to loop this over. Now, I don't want super, super huge loops, but I think this is pretty big, and I think it can kind of handle it. I think I'm going to do like I'm going to do 6-inch. I'm going to do 6-inch loops, okay? I'm going to do 4 of them. So I put it in here, okay? But then I need to pinch and twist so that I'm looking at the back side of this ribbon, okay? Push this on through. See, that was a 6-inch. Okay, so then again, I push it in here, I pinch, and I twist. That's all this is with the bow making tool, is just pinching and twisting. Make sure you got a good pinch and twist. Don't shove your loops down. Don't flatten them. All right. Pinch and twist. Okay, and there we go. Pinch and twist. Okay, now we're going to come out. Again, this was 12 inches, so it's probably, I'm guessing right here. My spool is covering the 12-inch mark, so I'm like, I don't know. It could be 12 inches. I'll fix it later. All right. Yeah, that was, that, I did a little too long. That's all right. I'll take a little bit off. Okay. So I'm going to fluff I'm going to separate my loops here. Okay. Because I want to be able to kind of see where it's all going as I'm creating it. Take a little bit off here, and then I'll hold it up and kind of show you what it looks like from my perspective. I'm hoping you guys can see everything. And let me move this up. All right. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's 12-inch tails and then 2 6-inch loops on either side. And this ribbon came from DecoExchange. I got this as a 50-yard spool, but it's got that, look at that beautiful floral pattern on there. Just delicate and gorgeous. I love it. Now I'm going to come in with this black ribbon with the florals. All right, I'm going to scoop this up even more. Sorry, I'm going to move the florals out of the way. I want you guys to really be able to see this. Okay. Slice and dice, and here we go. All right, now I'm going to put this through. I'm going to go about an inch or so above that. So we're probably looking at an 11-inch tail. Put it through pinch and twist so that I see the icky side on the left. Bring this over. Now, because we did 6-inch loops before, I'm going to do a 5.5-inch loop on either side now. 5.5 inch. 5.5 inch. Okay. Now here are options. If you don't want a whole lot of black on here, we could just leave it with that loop in the middle and call it a day. Or we can continue to add more loops. This is a lot of black. I don't want to have it dark, but I feel like I still need a little bit of something. But I think instead of having more things coming down, maybe I'm going to put one of these loops kind of going up. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do another set. Okay, I'm going to do another set because I want this to have a nice big pretty bow. But instead of that other tail coming down, so that's 5.5 inches, pinch and twist on the right hand side. Okay. The bend and snap, the pinch and twist. Here we go. Here we go. And then this tail is going to come up. And it's going to go a little bit past the one below it. So I'm talking probably cutting this at 6.5 inches. And then I'm just going to take that top off. Just like that. Okay. So let's take a look at what this looks like then. Once I get it off of here too, that'll help some extra. So this This is what we're looking at right now. Okay. Just like that. And then, again, surprise, I've got some 7/8. We're going to put an extra little layer in here. I'm skipping doing a 1.5 inch. So this is something I've never done before. Skipping 1.5 and just going right into 7/8. And I'm going to trim that on an angle. Okay. All right. And we're talking probably about 10 inches on this. Just want to add in a couple little light loops that are going to kind of fill in that void space that are between the black loops. So these I am doing at, I'm going to call this 4.5 inches. These are 4.5 inches, so one. And the next one, that's about 4.5 inches. Two. Pinch and twist. Okay. Pinch and twist. Pinch and twist. And then I'll have this one. Well, yeah, I'll have this one now. All right. And we're going to angle up the opposite way. There we go. All right. They're going to go kind of between where the black ribbons are. It's going to kind of line up where the pink ribbons were underneath it. Okay. There we go. So now I'm going to grab a black zip tie. Now I got to test it out. Okay, good. This is not one that's going to snap on me. They've been snapping, and I've been mad. I'm going to put one of these on the back, actually. You know what? I can actually just attach the whole thing with the chenille stem. Okay, I'm taking the whole thing up. I'm pushing down from the top as I'm pulling up from the bottom. Keep it all squished together like a giant sandwich. My BLT. I don't need BLTs. Cheeseburgers, yes. BLT, that's too healthy. All right, I'm going to push this down here. And I'm just going to pull tight and then twist it. And then instead of me twisting my hand, I'm going to twist the bow. There we go. All right, so let's straighten this out. Let's take a look at our loops. And then I always like to put maybe something a little floral inside there when I'm done so that I don't see that. I could have added another small loop if I wanted to, but I was reserving that for some florals. Okay, so you see you've got black, and we can see the pink, black, we can see the pink, black, we can see the pink, black, see the pink, and black. And these go right in these void spaces between the black. Okay. Push this through. I'm going to go up on an angle here. So I'm literally just taking the pipe cleaners and pushing it right on through. Okay, I've got both ends. All right, so then behind here, I just have to twist the pipe cleaner nice and tight. So I'm just twisting the ends together. And then I just poke that right back into the grapevine. You don't want your ends sticking out. You're just going to kind of go back and slink back into the woodsy darkness. All right. So one of the mistakes I used to make when I started making bows like this, especially for grapevines, is I would make my loops too small and too tight. Because like once you pull it in here and you get it pulled in on there, it's going to suck it in once you get it on there. And it was making everything feel kind of choked. So now that's why it might look a little bit longer when I make those loops, but it actually ends up being exactly what I want. Okay. There we go. And this is why I was careful. I didn't want too many tails coming down. I took the black and then just went up on the top one. It fills in this spot nicely. And then we can still see a lot of the pink tails. Otherwise, it would have been black over black, and you wouldn't have been able to see this very pretty ribbon as much. Okay, I'm going to move all of my ribbon off to the side. On the side. Maureen's watching. Hey, Maureen. Happy belated birthday, Maureen. I'm glad you liked Tasty Waffle. It's a good restaurant located in Romeoville, Illinois. All right, now we're going to add on our pretty stuff, okay? I want to make sure as I go through, I want to always be cognizant of I don't want to put anything in front of this text. This little leaf here is okay because it's not blocking the words. But I'm going to move my greenery behind me because we're done with that. We're going to move on to florals. I'm going to add in some additional greenery later if I feel I need it, but I want to get my flowers on here first. I want to really make sure that I'm not overdoing this wreath, okay? So I'm going to start with, this is a gorgeous pink bloom. And you see there's some yellow, so we're going to bring in some hints of yellow. Okay. Some other really pretty pink things on here. I'm basically just kind of cutting everything long-wise. Like, we're not going to stick it on there that long. But I just want to have some on here. Now, one thing I was not sure about, and that's putting in the purple, but I see there's a pretty vibrant purple here, so I feel okay including this in the wreath. All right. There's a lot on this bush. This bush came from, I believe this is Craft Outlet. I used this in a mailbox swag that I made for Leslie, and I was really impressed because there's so much on here. I love it. It's really, really nice. If I end up using all the pink and I need more, I have this as well, but I kind of want to stick with the pinks it came with. All right. I've got some other stuff left over there, but I want to just kind of cut this for now. So I'm going to start by placing this pink one. I like to kind of start on the outside and kind of work my way in a little bit. So I'm going to trim this. So it's probably about a good 6 inches. Okay. And I want to do a dry fit first. I want to see where's this going to go. I don't want it to be jammed real tight in there. I want the wire to kind of, I want it to come out a little bit from here, but I am going to trim off a little bit more. Now I'm going to dip it in the gloozy doozy. I am not going to burn myself, she says as a mantra, as she's secretly terrified of burning herself. I'm going to put something smaller out there, but I think this is kind of one of the spots where I wanted that. I think I'm going to end up, well, for sure, I like putting something like this kind of down at the end. So I'm going to put one of those in there, but then I'm going to add a flower over it. So this came in the mixed bush. That's why mixed bushes are so awesome, is because there's so much on there. You don't have to worry about going and picking out different individual things. And if there's a color that's in your mixed bush that you're not sure of, that you don't really like, you don't have to use it. Just take it out. See how that kind of extends it? And now instead of the greenery being the focus at the end, your eye is shifting to this. All right. Now I have another one. I've actually got a couple other ones. Oops, I just dropped a yellow flower. I want to go add one down at the bottom now. I'm trying to just make sure this stays balanced. It doesn't have, it's not, I'm not going for symmetry here. I'm going for balance. There we go. Then just for right now, I'm going to actually roll this up. There we go. Just because I don't want to get any glue on anything. It gives me a little bit better access into what I'm looking for. Okay, and because I had a kind of a pink up here, I'm going to focus on, let's maybe get a pink. Kind of going off a little over onto the side here. Okay. All right, I like that. Okay, let's focus on some yellow. Let's get some yellow going in here. They call me mellow yellow. They still make mellow yellow soda. I think that was kind of similar to, what was it, Squirt? You guys remember Squirt? go. Okay, add a little bit of purple. I like to kind of alternate the colors that I'm putting in. When I do this, I don't want to put all of this one color in at once, and then the next, and then the next. So I want to make sure they're kind of all equally layered in here, you know. There, we can bend it a little bit so that it kind of starts. We want it to come out. Okay, we want to be able to see this flower. I kind of want this one to be right in here. Can bend it. That's why we use wired florals. Yay. There, now she's going where I want her to. Beautiful. Moving down to the bottom here. Let's take a look. We're going to put this pretty little yellow one, I think, kind of down at the bottom. And I do always have my glue gun handy. If I want to go in and hit it with an extra little bit of glue to make sure it stays in there, I can do that. All right, now we got to figure out, what do we want Mr. Purple? So we have these coming down here, okay? It's going to be pretty. That's going to come out that way. I think I want to make sure that we can see a little bit of purple kind of down here. So I'm literally going to try to put it almost straight up into the very bottom of the grapevine. I'm going to tilt this just a little bit. All right, and again, I'm going to go in and try to hit that with my glue gun. All right, just for some added security. All right, and we'll put some filler, and we're going to add some more florals and stuff underneath there as well. I just want to kind of get the overall basis started. We'll do some more pink. I feel like we need some more pink over on that side. So let's think pink. Go over here. This would be a great idea for a Mother's Day gift. You know, if people aren't sure what to get mom or grandma, or yeah, grandma especially. Or grandpa. Grandpa might like flowers too. Flowers aren't just for girls. All right. Because this is a narrower flower, I'm going to try to put a little bit of that kind of coming out on the side here. I want to add some floral, but I don't want it to be super heavy. All right. Boy, my fingers are really burned. They hurt. Pull this back out a little bit. There we go. This one actually I want to have it go up. All right, let me get the glue gun. There we go. Okay. Percent, maybe just a little bit more. Okay. It's looking good. I don't want to add too much purple, so that might kind of be it on the purple for me, but I think I'm going to look at adding another yellow. Again, I don't want to overdo the flowers on this. I don't want it to be super densely packed, right? I want it to feel like you just walked through a flower garden and picked some flowers and came back and made a wreath for grandma. You know what? I think I'm going to put in a couple of these. Maybe a couple of this other pink. Yeah, I like this. I'm going to put in some of this other pink. I'm mixing bushes, which I can do. Nothing wrong with mixing bushes. And see, the stem on this one, it came like this, but this was a little bit too far down. I couldn't push it up, so I'm going to put this in by itself. Save all of these. You can use these. I just trim off if there's any little excess little stems like that. Just trim it off. And you can use this now. All right. I feel like this needs to go kind of right in the middle, to be honest. There we go. Moving that down, giving those room to breathe. Perfect. I don't necessarily need to use this in this arrangement, but I will save these florals. All right, and then maybe if there's a small, one of these small ones, because I want to put something underneath here. There's nothing under there right now. Now, maybe I'm going to put in a yellow underneath there. I want to have something under there, but not super, nothing super big. Oh, Linda, thank you. Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow. Yay. Can hardly wait. I'm struggling with this one. I'm turning 52, and I don't like it. Not because of the number, but my husband was 52 when he died, and he's always been older than me. So the fact that I am now going to be older than him, I'm really struggling. So tomorrow, my goal is to completely ignore my birthday and get myself a cake and eat myself into oblivion, which is pretty much what I do every year. But yeah, I don't know. I know I should be. I'm very, very grateful that I continue to have years, right? Because time on Earth is a gift, and it should not be. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. And I'm glad for it, but that doesn't mean that it's still not really flipping hard. Sometimes I lost someone. I lost my cousin, and my aunt's birthday was yesterday, and it's been hard. It's never, well, everyone has lost someone, but when that special person isn't there, it's never the same. All right, there we go. Just wanted to get a little bit more color kind of hanging out in there, and I don't want to put too much more in here because I don't want the bow to start looking like all squishy and stuff. Okay, but I'm liking this, but I want to put a little something in the middle, and I think because of the shape of it, where do I go? There's a really pretty, look at this really pretty baby bloom. I think I want to put baby bloom right in there. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there. It's going to go right through here. I am going to go in though with the hot glue gun and add a little glue on the bottom of the base and the stick. And then just be able to put that right in the middle. I love what I call it, putting a sweet center in the bow. Okay, we've got that. So now I think I'm done with my florals. I think I'm done with the flowers. That's flowery enough, I think. But I still want to add a little bit, touch more greenery. Actually, you know what? I feel like I'm missing something down here. I lied. I'm putting something else in. I lied. You guys know I lied. I think I'm done. No, you're not. Shush, Linda. You're not done. All right. I'm going to have something coming in just a little bit more kind of down here. Okay. So I'm just going to stick this in here. Carefully watching to make sure I don't burn my ass again. My fingers are literally throbbing right now because I'm a dork. All right, so I'm going to bend it. I want the bloom to kind of look toward me. It doesn't have to look directly at me, but kind of just generally, facing me. All right, there we go. I like that. Now, the greeneries that I have, I had before, we showed you, we had these little pushers, right? We also have these, and I think I want to go in with these because I think they're going to add a bit more of what I'm looking for. But I want more stems, so I'm going to trim a little bit of these. So this is, I don't know if this is Estelby. I don't know. There's not, it doesn't say on there. It's a $3.99 bush from the at-home store, but I love these so much. They're awesome. Okay. So putting some in here. Because it's going to help bring this and have this come outward. Right? So it's kind of bringing the arrangement toward us a little bit, or the wreath toward us a little bit. Now, I don't have to use them at full length. I can, if I wanted to, I can cut these in half or cut some of it off. But I think for right now, I'm going to kind of stick with the current length we've got. This one's nice and long, so I'm going to go put that right in here. There we go. That's perfect. God, I love this. Whoever designed this, you're my bestie. All right. Loving that. I've got multiple bushes of this, so I'm not worried at all about running out, but I probably do need to go back to the at-home store. Oh no, twist my arm. I need to go shopping? Oh heavens, what will I ever do? I'll go to the at-home store and then I'll go get myself a milkshake from Portillo's. That is what I will do. It's a little high. Well, actually, no. No, I like that. It is kind of bringing it forward. I like it. I'm going to come down here and see what I can... Okay. I like that I'm leaving these longer. I don't think I need to leave it that way. This is kind of long. But well, I might need it that way. A little bit less than that. I want to kind of go onto the side now. I do want to put some kind of toward the center too, but those are probably going to be smaller pieces because, again, I do not want to cover the wording. All right, get in there. Perfect. Another piece. I think I want to have, okay, let me take this off and trim this off. I want to have one coming out kind of from underneath the bow. Just so I feel like we got a little bit of coverage going on in there. This is a very long stick piece though, because this is going to go way up in there. There. Then that way I just got, just a little tiny bit. Just a little tiny bit sticking out. But I want to make sure I got a little tiny bit sticking out on the other side too. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I go in. Get that. Oh, blue pot, please don't burn me. Please don't burn me. I love you. I'll be your friend. Just don't hurt me. All right. I might trim this leaf, guys. That one keeps popping in there, and it's a little too close. So I'm going to trim that one. Whew, there we go. All right. All right. Popping some more off. I'm going to go right behind the bow this time with this piece. Oh, this is looking nice. Now, I need to add some more on the outside. Right, so this is kind of a long stemmed piece. I'm actually going to trim off this one so I get a bit of a longer stem. I also save these though because they can go in the middle of flowers and stuff, so I don't really throw too much away. I'm a hoarder. it didn't want to go. Hold on. More glue. It's being stubborn. This one is being a little stubborn. Okay, there we go. Then I will put another piece. Right in here. You see that gap there? I'm going to go right in here. Perfect. And a little bit more. Because I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Trying to bring a little bit kind of up and through the bow here. See how we got a piece down there, piece down there. I'm trying to see if I can get like a little piece to kind of come in there just a little bit. It's going to be a little bit long, but we'll see. I kind of want to get it kind of like that, but all right. Here we go. Going in. Going in. Cover me. Ugh. Get in there. Oh man, I'm trying to stick it in right where I have the, there we go. Right where I attach the sign. And it's like, I'm on here tight. You're not getting anything else in here. All right. I think the last piece I have, I've got one left, and I see exactly where I want it to go. Up at the top, it looks a little nakey. Right up here. So I want to put this. There we go. All right. Forward. Put this back a little bit. These beautiful pinks. Okay, I believe that was kind of long. All right. I gotta bring the sleeve up. There we go. I like that better now. All right. Clean my little glue bits off of there. Okay, and we have grandchildren welcome. Everyone else by appointment. Let me bring that a little closer, make sure you guys can see it all. Got some little pieces of things I gotta save. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I found some of these. Let's use these somewhere. Because I only used 2 pieces of these. I've got another one back over here. Let's see, where do we want to put these? I think one down here. Oh, I like that. And I think right here we need a little something. A little something. Maybe kind of like, it's a little too. No, I think that's good. I'm going to trim it off, though. I don't need quite that much, but I think just keep coming right out of there. Just a little extra little touch. There. Now, maybe a little bit more. Push, push, push. There we go. There. All right. I like that. Okay. Here we go now. All right. Now we're finally finished. I'll shut up now. I'll stop. I'll stop. Okay. Grandchildren, welcome. Everyone else by appointment. All right. Okay. This is going to go up on my Etsy site. I am trying to work on having a lot more stuff available for Mother's Day. So let me take a look. We'll try to get that ring light out of there so you guys can get a better view. Turn that ring light off, Linda. There we go. Okay, here we go. Grandchildren, welcome. Everyone else by appointment. So that is the sign. I believe that came from Polka Dot Wreath Co. Tammy over there and her husband. They do such a wonderful job. And then here is the rest going through. Here we go. I think the black ribbon came from Craft Outlet, but this beautiful pink embossed ribbon, I bought that 50 yard spools, but that came from DecoExchange. Okay. There is a link to DecoExchange in my bio. If you don't shop them, if you go through my affiliate link, I would appreciate it. All right. Happy early Mother's Day. I know it's really early, but happy early Mother's Day. And I hope you guys have a wonderful crafty week, and I'll see you at sweetariadecor.com. Thanks. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on social media and shop at sweetariadecor.com.